With your permission. Instead of Chanukah, as the Rambam quotes from his famous statement about Chanukah, the mitzvah of Chanukah is a very dear mitzvah. Some kind of description of Chanukah you cannot find any other mitzvah. As the Gaon Mevilna says, if all Chachmei Israel, all the Chachamim will sit down together, they will not be able to write one halacha the way the Rambam wrote it. The Gaon Mevilna said that after Rav Ashi, that wrote the Gemara, the next person online is the Rambam. Nobody was bigger than him. Nobody bigger than Rambam. He writes, Ner Chanukah mitzvah chaviva ad meod. It's a very, very dear mitzvah. He says, must be, it's something that you have to know, what does it mean? And again the Gemara says, that if you do the mitzvah right, you should expect the light of Mashiach. It doesn't say in Purim, it doesn't say in any other places. The mitzvah would ignite or will bring the light of Mashiach. It doesn't say just Mashiach, it says the light of Mashiach. The light of Mashiach is stronger than Mashiach. Because the Rambam writes in his commentary, Mashiach might come, and then Chas Shalom, he might die, somebody might kill him. It's because Mashiach will not have the real light. This is the light, you cannot kill a light. That's called the Eor. The first thing was created on this world is light. The Gemara says this is the light of Mashiach. So the Gemara says this in Mitzvah Chanukah will bring the light of Mashiach. As well, we know what Rambam writes in his commentary, that he saw in the scroll of Rabbi Gaon, that Hashem told Moshe to tell Aaron, you should know the best of the best is what Aaron is going to light the menorah. It means Chanukah. It's better than opening Beit HaMikdash. Better. To open the Mishkan, and every president was able to sacrifice everything, even spices, even though they were not Kohanim. But then Aaron, Hashem told Moshe, go tell Aaron, forget about what they did. Yours is the biggest. You're going to light the menorah. And of course, what it means is the menorah is going to bring the Mashiach, bring the Yeshuat Am Yisrael. So the question is, what is really in this mitzvah? In Al Hanisim, the Bin of Hashmonaim, that describe what did happen. They said, בימי מתתיהו, בן יוחנן כהן גדול חשמונאי ובניו, את המלך מתתיהו, צאן רבי יוחנן. עמדה במלכות יוון הרשעה על עמך ישראל שתקחם תורתך. The Greeks came, they ruled Eretz Israel, and the purpose was we should forget the Torah. להעבירה מחוקי רצונך, should not keep the mitzvot. אתה ברחמך הרבים, יהיו הקדוש ברוך הוא ויהיו mercy. עמדת להם את צרתם, you stood firm in the hard times they had. רבת את ריבם, you fought, you quarreled the quarrel. דנת את דינם, you judged the judgment. לקמת את נקמתם, you took their revenge. That description, who were those people that really made the miracle? As Chachamim tell us, there were only 13 Chashmonaim started the rebellion, the revolution, against tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands soldiers. Nobody helped them. You read about Chanukah, nothing. 13 of them. Later on, some might have joined them. But most of Am Israel were just fine with the situation. Some of us became Greeks. Some of them just became informers of the Greeks. Some of them took positions in the government of the Greeks. They chose Kohanim Gdolim, they changed laws, they went after Am Israel, they kidnapped girls, Jewish people. So only 13 people. Okay. Now comes Al Hanisim and tells us What can you say about those 13 people? And there's a description. Masat Gemorim Yad Chalashim, they weren't so strong. Those 13 people. And Hashem, you gave the strong ones in the hands of the big ones. Rabim Biad Ma'atim, a lot of them were put in the hands of the few of them, as we said, only 13. Reshaim Biad Tzadikim, the wicked people, the wicked Greeks, in the hands of Tzadikim. Tmeim Biad Torim, not pure entities, in the hands of the pure ones. Vezedim, it means jokers and all kind of low life, white trash. Biyad Usket Toratach, in the hands of the people that the Torah is their professional. Again, 5 descriptions on those 13 people. That why sounds like that Hashem gave this victory because of those 13. Hashem matam tzaratam, that's what we say. Hashem, you stood firm and helped them. And who are they? Those 5 adjectives that were given to the Hashmonaim by the Beit Din of Hashmonaim. And then we continue. And then after that we were able to chase them out. אחר כך באו בניך וביתך. So they earn a title of the children of Hashem. פנו תחליך. They came to the Beit HaMikdash, to the inner room, קודש הקודשים, clear בית המקדש. תיארו את מקדשך, pure בית המקדש. Because the Greeks took pigs and sacrificed on the altar. And the Hashmonaim came, they had to take apart the altar. They took the stones and put them inside Beit HaMikdash. On one of the corners over there, one of the rooms, where all the stones of the Mizbeach, and it's a lot of stones. The Mizbeach was very, very tall, very big. They had to take all the stones and bring stones from the ocean, from the Mediterranean, or from Beit HaKerem, the Mishnah says. נו תחליך, תגיד מדשך, בדיוק נותח צוקשך, lit the menorah, whatever the menorah was. Then Am Yisrael came. The next year they decided it's going to be the holiday of Chanukah, to praise HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Not to make Chanukah parties. Chanukah says Chanukah parties has no meaning unless you in the party you learn what Chanukah is all about. The purpose of the party is to bring people closer to the miracle of Chanukah. Then it's called the Sudat Mitzvah. Chanukah says then it's called the Chanukah party. Just for the Chanukah party, just to play cards and to play turtle or to eat some cheesecake, that's not Chanukah. It's nothing. It's a waste of time. That's what Chanukah says. What are those 5 descriptions? Of course, the miracle is they found a pitcher of oil. The informers, that's what Chachamim say, the informers told the Greeks, when you get rid of Israel, the first thing what you have to make sure there's no what we call kosher oil in Beit HaMikdash. Make sure that everybody touches all the oils. They're never going to be able to bring to let them know, even though according to Allah you do, you allow, but doesn't have the right energy. And that's what happened after this. Hashmonaim were able to purify and clean. In the clean Beit HaMikdash, they couldn't find any pure oil, and they found a pitcher, one pitcher, and they lit the menorah, and the oil lasted for 8 days. I says it's a sign from Hashem that the Shekhinah is coming, Hashem is back in Beit HaMikdash, and that's the holiday. Comes the Gemara says you should know this holiday is the last holiday. All the holidays that we have, for any other reasons, are not really holidays that have the energy. The last holiday that we had was Purim, but the Gemara says Purim was a holiday that we can write about it. The Esther Mordechai wrote the Megillah, but Chanukah is the biggest. Excuse me, the biggest holiday, but not to write about it. So why to write about it? Hashmonaim, they wrote this book. It's called Megillat Antiochus, Megillat HaMaccabim. No, They can't put it back in the Bible. The Bible was closed by the time of Mordechai and Esther. There's nothing to be written. Just, halacha. There's no Gemara about Chanukah, with all the other reasons and excuses. At the end of the day, there's no Gemara on Chanukah. There's no Mishnah about Chanukah. There's no Masechet Chanukah. There's no Mishnah Chanukah. I say it's like it is not something to be written. It's something spiritual, just by learning the halachot of Chanukah. So what is it all about? Chaim tells us the following. The Navi tells us when Am Yisrael, this is the time of Shaul HaMelech, the Palestine, the Plishtim, and Machshimam, they had a giant. His name was Goliath. This was Ruth's nephew, Orpah's son, the son of Shimshon. He was a giant. A giant. He was the head of the Plishtim. He stood on a mountain for 40 days screaming. And Am Yisrael was so scared of him. 40 days Am Yisrael did not say Shema Yisrael. Couldn't concentrate. It's covered with metal, pure metal, from head to toe, copper. And he knew what to do. David HaMelech arrived, and he said, what's going on? They tell him, this guy, you see, all of Israel, they parked over there, scared, nothing. So they brought David to Shaul. David said, I can take care of this guy. So he went next to a river over there, wherever it was, and he picked up 5 stones from the floor. So the Gemara said like this: he picked up the first stone, he said, this is B'schut Avraham Avinu. Picked the second stone, he said, B'schut Yitzchak Avinu. Picked up the third stone, he said, B'schut Yaakov Avinu. Picked up the fourth stone, he said, B'schut Aaron HaKohen. He picked up the fifth one, he said, B'schut HaKadosh Baruch Hu. I said, I'm going now to shoot him with 5 stones and kill him. Of course, he's covered from head to toes. It's going to be a whole fight in the Shamayim from certain angels that he will be able to kill him or not to kill him. It's a secret. It's not Putin, it's not this, it's not this. It says the war is in the Shamayim. Lev Melachim Yisraim B'yad Hashem. They get instructed from downstairs, from their angel upstairs, superior upstairs. And the Gemara says, this is not the Goliath. Goliath has his power. So all these Machshimam, the Arabs, they get the power from they have 35 angels upstairs, Arabs, 35. And 35 Edom. There are 70 angels upstairs. And each one represent certain nations. Some of them have more than one nation. But in the parliament upstairs, the 35 representative Arabs. And they gave the ideas to the Arabs. Some of them, they said, no, okay, make a peace with Israel. I said, Saudi, come make a peace. I said, Bahrain, make a peace. And Morocco, make a peace. It's not this diplomatics. It's a shekel, the whole thing is shekel. I said, they're being instructed with an angel upstairs. And this guy, Goliath, is a superior. But in Shamayim, there's other things, also other entities. And they're arguing how to do it, how it's going to happen, to open up the little copper that this guy Goliath has on his forehead. And then David is coming with a sling. Sling, it's called? Sling? Yes, yeah. And he has 5 stones, he's going to shoot him, he's going to kill him. But David said, I'm not doing anything. This is Avraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov, Aaron, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu. The Gemara says, that when Aaron heard it, what David said, and David designated the stone for him, Aaron told Hashem, it's my zechut, I'm going to do it. Aaron? Why Aaron will do it? Why Aaron is going to do such a thing? And Hashem told Aaron, no. With all the respect, I understand you. I know you want it. Maybe you deserve, soon we'll see why, but I'm going to do it myself. And David says, David took the stone, and the stone that he took, I don't know if David knew, excuse me, was going in Shamayim or not, But David did take a stone, and it happened to be that stone is the stone that he designated, excuse me, for Hashem, and he shot it, and the stone went straight to the forehead of Goliath, went inside, and he fell on the floor, and David chopped his head, and that was the end of the war. The story in the story. David took 5 stones. I didn't take more. I should take one for Moshe, one for Yosef. He took 5. Excuse me. No, I don't need. No. This is not a real thing. I can explain to you what it is. So the Ari says it's based on the Zohar. And number 5 has a tremendous power against Zohar, against a statue. It's called Tzelem. The Kavanah, sometimes in Tefillah you have to have this Kavanah. There's certain entities that don't let, if you may say, I ask HaKadosh Baruch Hu to fulfill Ratzon HaElyon, the will of Hashem, to destroy them, so-called with 5 stones. That's the secret. That's how I say it means like this, really, the secret. It's like that's what David did. Just like Yitzchak and Yaakov and Aaron. Okay, so Aaron came forward. Aaron said he wants to do it. Avram didn't come, Yitzchak didn't come, Yaakov didn't come. Yaakov is doing it. I'm still Aaron is doing it. But Aaron, what do you want now? It goes like this. It's a whole calculation. This 6th parasha, Vayeishev always comes, almost always comes before Chanukah. It's called, this is the ufuf of Chanukah. It says the energy, Dari says, the energy of what's going on during the week comes from the Shabbat before, what you read in the Torah. If you know how to read the parasha very well, you'll know what's going to happen during the week. You know what happened during the week. So usually, Parashat Vayeishev, almost always, every 20 years, Parashat Vayeishev is Shabbat Chanukah. Every 20 years. And usually, Parashat Vayeishev, the story of Yosef, is Shabbat before Chanukah. Yeah? Well, it's not coincident because everything was planned by Ezra, when Ezra divided the Parashiyot. A very, very nice story. The story is that Yaakov Avinu loves Yosef, he makes him a garment. And the brothers hate him, they're jealous at him, they want to kill him. The Torah tells us that they don't even say hello to him, they hate him more. Very strange thing. Very strange thing. So he big deal. So Yaakov bought him, made him a special garment. That's why you don't say hello to your brother. And the Torah says they hated him more. They don't speak to him. One day, Yaakov tells Yosef, go see where the brothers are. How they're doing. Because last year, Yaakov said, HaKadosh is going to be attacked by another nation. Yosef goes over there. Before he reaches them, Shimon and Levi talk to each other and say, look, this is the dreamer. A dreamer. I thought dreamer is an airplane. I said, the Torah says, no, he's the dreamer. A dreamer is coming. Let's kill him. Kill him why? Because he's a dreamer? Let's say you're going to kill your brother. I'm just talking about Shimon and Levi. We're not talking about random people from the street. Murderers. Children of Yaakov Avinu, grandchildren of Yitzchak, grandchildren of Avraham Avinu. You want to kill your brothers? Why? Because he had some dreams. If you remember, the Torah tells us that Yosef had dreams. He told the brothers, you want to kill your brother for this? What's wrong with you people? And Reuben comes, Reuben says, well, no, don't kill him, throw him into the pit. He wants to save him. In the meantime, Judah took him out and they sold him. The story in the Torah. What's the real story? What's the real story? And last week Parashat Vayishlach, Torah tells us the story. Dinah was kidnapped יימח שמו in Arab. And then the brothers found out. Shimon and Levi at the time, they were 13 years old. They decided they're going, first they gave an advice to the people of Shem to do Brit Milah. And on the third day they did Brit Milah. They came, Shimon and Levi came with the swords, killed the whole city. Killed the whole city. They came back to Yaakov. In the meantime, the brothers also came and they looted everything. So in the Torah stories. Of course, you have to remember the Zohar warns us. It has to not take it for granted. It's a story. The Torah is messages. What happened? What is happening? What's going to happen? It's not what happened then. So you have to be careful. Okay, be careful for the story. Okay, what story? The Torah says Shimon and Levi they come home, and Yaakov says, "What did you do? What did you do?" And he says, "You know what you did. They might now come or they go and attack us." I said, "Yes, it's true." Yaakov said it, but it did happen then anyway. The Gemara said, and the hell came again, and nothing happened. I mean, Yaakov shouldn't have warned them. And if not, Yaakov is strong enough and he prayed to Hashem, and Yaakov could do anything. Doesn't matter. It's so in the Torah. What's the secret behind it? The Ramban writes a statement like this. He says, look, those executors, the job is to be executed, to work for the government. After a few times they execute a criminal, a murderer, a criminal, the next person they have to execute, they have a bloodthirst. They want, it's always in this, they're already inside the system, they want to kill it. They're waiting for the king or the government to sentence somebody, to put him on an electric chair, because they have satisfaction. Because when you do an act, the act itself has some kind of bad energy, and that bad energy goes inside the person, and it connects that person to that thing. Now that person is going to look to do more things. I don't remember, I don't know if you remember, 30 years ago, some two cute goyim jumped into the cage of the lions in the Bronx. They were eaten by the lions. And then they came over there in the zoo and they killed the lions. So where he went from a lion? Well, it's not his fault. He thought it's his breakfast. He didn't say bracha, he ate him without the bracha. But what's the secret? They say, at the time they say, after the lion one time ate a person, now he wants to eat only people. He won't eat any meat anymore. He wants a person, he wants to eat a person. So Ramban writes in his commentary, that's as happened to a person. The person does something, it goes into his bones, and now he wants it. Even though, why do you want to be an executor? It's the most embarrassment job that you have in the world. But he wants it. As Franz Josef said, it was a Caesar of Vienna, Austria. He said that if you become one day a beggar, and he said after one day you become a beggar, it goes into your system. You want to be beggar for the rest of your life. You don't want to have a job, unemployment forever. But he doesn't want to have a job anymore. He doesn't want. It's in the system. Everything goes in the system. And actually, that's Yaakov Avinu before he died. He curses Shimon and Levi. Says, "What did you do? What did you do?" He says, "You murdered." He says, "Listen, I murdered. I had the right to murder." The Ramban writes, the Ramban, they're all right, that they really deserve death. Everyone said, "You don't get it. What you did," the Gemara says, Yaakov told them, like a barrel of water, sprinkled water. You take some dirt and you put inside. Now it's not clear anymore. It's not clear. What you did is you destroy the clear barrel. What do I destroy? I killed. No, you don't understand. Says the Gemara, I explain to you what's going on. The Gemara says, I won't tell you. The Gemara says, we did the golden calf and we said, this is God. And some of us bow down to the golden calf. Some of us kissed it, some of us sacrificed it. What actually we did, We gave energy to Avodah Zarah. Says the Gemara Avodah Zarah. From now on, you read about Avodah Zarah, Avodah Zarah, Avodah Zarah, Avodah Zarah. And it says, it's true. Avodah Zarah was always, but we so-called gave more energy to it. And we are responsible for Avodah Zarah in the world. You go to China today, you have Avodah Zarah, and it says, who is in fault? A Jewish person. So what did you do? You kissed the Egel, you told the Egel that you got my God, you sacrificed to him, that's what you did. And there it goes. It doesn't go only, to the person that did it. It says to the public. First it goes to the Jews, to the family, and then penetrates outside the family, outside of the nation, and goes into the Goyim, and the Goyim started to worship Avodah Zarah more and more, and believe me, even though Avodah Zarah was before, but this is, the Gemara says, it's our fault. Come to the Torah says, I want to tell you something. Shimon and Levi, they want to kill Yosef. You know why? Because they have it in the system already. Because they killed already the city of Shechem, 24,000 people. And then they came home. Yes, that's what Yaakov told them. He said, you know what you did now? Forget about it, you killed them. It's right or wrong. You took a position, you took a job as an executors. Now, Am Israel will have this kind of bad energy in the system. And you understand, and then you read the Tanakh, and you read all this story of the Jewish people. The Ramban writes that the Mikdash was destroyed because of so-called a war between two brothers, Hyrcanus and Aristobulus, and they called the Rome, Italy to come. It's not, the whole thing is a sheker, The Mikdash was not destroyed because the Romans came. How did the Romans came? Why did they come? Because it was machloket, two brothers. Who should be the Kohen Gadol? And one of them went and called the Romans, come to Italy, and I'll give you a position. Make me Kohen Gadol. And the Romans came, and then they destroyed the Mikdash. Ramban writes it in his commentary. That's the history. It says, who is in charge of all these things? Who is for? Shimon and Levi. That's what Shimon was not even mentioning in the blessings of Moshe Rabbeinu. All this Shvatim blessed for Moshe Zot HaBracha, besides Shimon. Shimon when got to Israel, Yoshua said, don't give him any land. He is not. No. Can you imagine the embarrassment? Every tribe got a piece of property besides Shimon. And the Gemara says, Judah, who had mercy on him, and Judah got a very big land in the south, next to Vayeishev over there. And he called Shimon and said, no, come, my brother, let me take care of you. Come. And Judah gave him a piece of land. He got nothing. Every Jew got, they didn't get. He says, this is because Moshe Rabbeinu did not give him a blessing before he died, because everything is your fault, and he did shittim, everything. What happened? He brought so-called the wars in between brothers, what we call sinat chinam, hatred for free. It says that's what happened. Story. Okay. That's really the story of Parashat Shavua. It comes all the time before Chanukah to tell you, look, I want to tell you something. Listen, this is a story. And says, okay, fine. So what do you want to tell me? I want to tell you something. As we said before, this is the only 13 Hashmonaim fought against the Greeks. So the holiday that we have, Chanukah. I said, what are you celebrating? I said, so listen, you're not the Kohen, right? No, I'm not the Kohen. So you probably were not among the people that helped the Hashmonaim, because almost no one helped them. So what do we have to do with this holiday? It's the holiday of the Kohanim and Levim, but not a regular person. He didn't do anything. It's embarrassment. Who is the great-grandfather? Who's the great-grandfather? My grandfather is, I don't know, Reuben, Shimon, Yehuda, Issachar, Zvulun, Dan, Naphtali, Gad, Asher. I said, all these people, none of their descendants helped the Hashmonaim. Only 13 people. Not even all the Kohanim. What's the secret of it? Moshe Rabbeinu, before he dies, he blesses every tribe. When he comes to Levi, he says he blesses Levi like this. Of course, Moshe himself is from Levi. But that's what he said in his bracha. Levi Amar. Moshe Rabbeinu said, I want to tell you something about Levi. He It's going to be a Kohen Gadol. It's my brother, of course. It's going to be forever. Kohen Gadol is going to wear Urim Tumim on his chest. You tested him. Aaron was a great believer. Miriam, great believer. Didn't do anything, even though they died in the desert. And then Moshe said, I want to tell you something about Mr. Levi. Levi, after Am Yisrael did the golden calf, Moshe came from Har Sinai, broke the tablets. He came to the camp, people dancing and bowed down to the golden calf. Moshe screamed at the gate of the camp, who is for Hashem? Mil Hashem Elai. We're talking about millions of people over there. 600,000 just between 20 and 60. Not all the children and above 60 and under 20. Let's say a few million Jews. Moshe says, who for Hashem? No one comes forward besides Shevet Levi. Shevet Levi. This is Levi, is the murderer. That murdered Shechem, that Yaakov cursed him before he died. Now, come to Moshe and say, we are for Hashem. Moshe said, you are for Hashem? I tell you what. Take your sword and Amer Lavi V'Limo Lo relatives. You're going to have to find out who worshipped the golden calf. If it's your father or it's your mother, you stab him, kill him. If it's your brother-in-law, kill him. If this is your grandson, kill him. Can you imagine? To tell somebody, listen, your son went down and bowed down to a statue. Go kill him. How many people you know in the world, a grandfather will do it? You say, listen, my grandson did it, I cannot. It's like I cannot Yitzchak. What do you mean? You want me to kill my grandson? I want to kill my father-in-law. I want to kill my brother-in-law. That's what the Gemara says. And the Gemara says, yeah, they did. This is what Moshe Rabbeinu says. Listen, I'm going to bless Levi. I won't tell you who is Mr. Levi. The secret behind it is by such an act that he used the sword to do something that's unbelievable and doesn't make sense at all. That you're going to kill so-called innocent people, your closest relatives, you're going to show Hashem that the sword that you have in your hand is to fix what you had in your hand before, that your so-called you brought a bad entity to Am Yisrael, that can cause all the fights and the machloket, people will stab each other, and you read the Tanakh as a disaster, what happened? All those wars. I says, but I'm L'Shem Shamayim. Moshe Rabbeinu said, who is for Hashem? I became for Hashem. I became Hashem. Hashem became Hashem because you say Shema Yisrael. Anybody can say Shema Yisrael. You have to prove to Hashem that you do something that's impossible for a person that doesn't believe in Hashem like Akedat Yitzchak. Abraham was the best. The Gemara said, the Torah says, Akedat Yitzchak, when you're going to slaughter your son, that shows that you believe in Hashem. I said, Levi, you show to Hashem this. Okay? Yes, we deserve a bracha. Continue Moshe Rabbeinu. Ki shamru imratrecha v'itcha yinzoru. The Levim listen to Hashem, all the mitzvot, uvritcha yinzoru, they did Brit Milah. The Gemara says, what does it mean Brit Milah? The Brit Milah was like this. After Am Yisrael did the golden calf, Hashem was upset. It is called a northern wind that blows in the world. Here's the babies, but they have Brit Milah. Without that wind, says the Gemara, the baby might die. It's called Ruach Tzfoni. Says the Gemara, 40 years that we were in the desert, people did not do Brit Milah. Excuse me? Because was no northern wind. Ruach Tzfoni. What happened? Because the golden calf made such a big impression in Shamayim. The wind did not blow. Shevet Levi continued do Brit Milah in the desert, and babies died. And people used to tell the Levi, why you made Brit Milah? This baby will die. There's no northern wind. I don't care. Hashem said Brit Milah, I do Brit Milah. That's what Moshe says. Uvritcha ein sor. יראו משפטיך ליעקב, תורתך לישראל. Levi, they study Torah, they're going to teach Torah. ישימו כתורה באפיך, ידעו כתורת בית המקדש, of the כהנים. ברך השם חילו, Hashem bless the soldiers of Levi. Says the Gemara, excuse me? What soldiers of Levi? Levi usually did not go to a war. So the Gemara says, you know what it means? Moshe Rabbeinu blessed Levi in the time of the Chashmonaim and Maccabim. Only 13 is going to win the war because what we just said in the above. If Chanukah is coming, fine. What do you do in Chanukah? Have a party, donuts, this, Levi vote, patchkesh. I go vacation. You don't get it. Chanukah is based on the foundation that Moshe Rabbeinu made it. It's impossible for 13 people to win tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of soldiers, Impossible. And how do they win? Because of Emunah in Hashem. No. Because Emunah in Hashem, Moshe Rabbeinu blessed them. The day before he died, he said, I'm giving you a blessing. Your grandchildren, Levi, will make a war against the Greeks, and which is some of the country, and you have Chanukah, you have Menorah. So that's how it goes. Chanukah is a very big holiday, says the Rambam. It's something very dear. In Chanukah, you should wait for the light of Mashiach. But you have to know the truth. Chanukah is a spiritual holiday. Chanukah is nothing to have parties. It's not Purim. It's something spiritual. Like the light of the menorah is spiritual. Like the light of Mashiach is spiritual. There is no Mishnah, no Gemara about Chanukah. Not a Masechta. It's because Chanukah is spiritual. Because the Tefillah, the Bracha of Moshe Rabbeinu made Chanukah. It's not a Chashmonaim. And that is the secret of Chanukah. So that's Anisim. We started. That's what Anisim says. Kadosh Baruch Hu, the Greeks wanted us to forget the Torah. And everything. Okay. And then I give you 5 descriptions about those 13 people. What zechut they have? They had those people. Exactly. The 13 people, what they had, nobody else had. I said they had such a munah. I said, what's the first thing? And he says they weren't even strong. They were weak people. But they had a munah. This is Yitzchak Avinu. Rabim Bial Ma'atim. The Gemara says Ma'atim means humble. This is Avraham Avinu. Reshaim Biyat Tzadikim is Yaakov Avinu Tzadik. Tmeim Biyat Torim, the impure one in the hands of the pure one, is Aaron HaKohen. It's exactly the 5 stones that David took. Those are the 5 descriptions about the Chashmonaim. The biggest, the jokers in the hands of the Torah, and it's HaKadosh Baruch Hu, his Torah, and it says that's how they want it. And so HaKadosh Baruch Hu told Aaron, you don't go. Aaron said, I want to go to kill this guy. You know why Aaron wants to kill the guy? Because the stone of Aaron, because he is the head of the tribe of Levi. And the tribe of Levi, first they used the sword in the wrong way to kill Shechem, and from this became all the hatred of Shimon and Levi against Yosef. But Levi fixed it at the time of the golden calf, because he took this sword to kill the people in the Avodah Zarah. Of course, this giant golem is standing over here, says the Navi. So Aaron came and says, I want my stone to sink in his forehead of this guy, because I want to show HaKadosh Baruch Hu that my tribe is taking rebellion against Avodah Zarah. They're not hiding behind themselves. And Chachamim said Chanukah is coming. Chanukah is the biggest holiday. The biggest. Because that holiday showed HaKadosh Baruch Hu how much We believe in HaKadosh Baruch Hu, believe in Moshe Rabbeinu Tefillah, and believe in the strength that HaKadosh Baruch Hu put in us. הגמרא says, בזכות האמונה נגאלים, בזכות האמונה Mashiach is going to come. And Chanukah is only emunah, but it's not emunah because we won. Because we won because Moshe Rabbeinu prayed for us. He blessed us. And why did he bless us? Because when he came downstairs after the golden calf, he asked, who is for Hashem? Everyone says, I'm not for Hashem. You're not for Hashem? No. We are Hashem, it means you can do something like Adat Yitzchak, you do something for Hashem that doesn't make sense, it's something rational, and people say you're not normal, you kill your grandson, you kill your brother-in-law, you kill your father-in-law because you did Avodah Zarah. What's wrong with you? The Bedin killed him, not me. You're not Bedin, you're not police, you're not government. But that is the whole holiday of Chanukah. Let's always, before Chanukah, we read this parasha, Vayeishev, to tell us, listen, that's what happened. He said, don't listen to Yaakov, don't listen to Dol Ador, look what you did. You brought all these wars between brothers in Am Yisrael. It says, if you want to prove to Hashem you're not, you have to do the opposite. You have to be like the Maccabim. You have to be pure, you have to be holy, you have to watch your holiness and purity and learn Torah.
Amen.
Thank you very much.